Good morning. It's Saturday, September 5th, and we're going to continue our discussion on the subject of will with a prompt from the Daily Stoic, which reads, "What is truly mine?" So when you read through the different Stoic philosophers, you quickly discover that each had their own character and style as found in their writings, or in the case of Epictetus, in his speaking. The writing was actually his student Arrian's attempt to capture some of that verbal wisdom. But it was very clear that Epictetus was a teacher, and when he wanted his students to understand a key point, he repeated it over and over again. And one concept that he routinely goes back to is this idea of personal enslavement versus freedom. And he was actually speaking from experience because he spent most of his life as a slave before gaining his freedom and moving to Greece, where he founded his school of philosophy. And Epictetus draws metaphors between actual physical enslavement and slavery of circumstance. Paraphrasing, he says, if you actually believe in your ability to influence what's beyond your control, as most things in life are, then you will be shackled and miserable, blaming both gods and people alike. We do this all the time with thoughts like, I have the worst luck. I can't believe this happened to me. This isn't fair. Or we let our anxiety rise, or we lose our temper, or we sulk when things don't go as we hoped. But as Epictetus continued, if you deem as your own only what is yours and what belongs to others as not yours, then no one will be able to coerce or stop you. You will do nothing against your will. You will find no one to blame or accuse. You will have no enemy. No one will harm you, because no harm can affect you. So separating what truly is ours versus what is not is critically important. Fortunately, following this logic, it's also very simple and clean. All that remains in our ownership is our response to any and all events. It's expressed in our thoughts, in our beliefs, in our choices, in our actions, in our attitude. Everything else, our body, our property, our reputation, is not truly ours. Holding on to them as though they were is what creates that relationship or enslavement to circumstance. Releasing that control affords us our freedom. And that sounds kind of theoretical and soft, but it's not. It's an extremely practical reframing of how we look at everything in life. And there's an incredible story of fortitude found in the life of Captain James Stockdale. During the Vietnam War, his fighter plane was shot down, and as he parachuted down to earth and into hostile territory, he said to himself, I am entering the world of Epictetus. No joke, that's what he really thought. He knew what adversity he would face on the ground, and he recognized that the only thing that he would control from that point on would be how he responded to those hardships. Even so, he probably did not expect that he would have to spend almost 8 years in various prison camps undergoing brutal torture during his time in Epictetus's world. But he survived both physically and mentally. And fortunately, we don't need an experience like Captain Stockdale to realize the benefit of this perspective in our own lives. That sense of freedom is available to us in a less traumatic way every day in our own lives if we're able to let go of everything else that is not truly ours and is within our control and focus on only on what is, and that's our response to everything around us. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.